My name is Dee Dee.
And Dee Dee, you were here today for what reason?
I'm taking a lesson with Joy.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about your background as a tennis player and how you discovered pickleball.
Well, I started playing tennis in my early 30s, and I played until I was 50, so, 15 plus years, pretty seriously. I played like 4 to 5 times a week. I took a lot of clinics, a lot of lessons. I played competitive team tennis. And then around, by the time I got to be around 50, it got to be really hard on my body. And so we moved here to the Northwest, and I just kind of gave it up and took up other sports. But I sort of really missed having a racket sport to play. But I wasn't inclined to go back to tennis. And last fall, I saw some people playing pickleball, and I thought, oh, that looks like a lot of fun. And I think I might be able to transfer some of my tennis skills to this. So I picked up a paddle, and I've been working on it ever since.
And tell me about Joy. You took a lesson from Joy.
I did.
What was your experience? You probably asked her a little bit about transitioning over from tennis to pickleball.
Yeah.
So what did she say about that, and what did you learn from her in that first lesson that made you decide to sign up for a second one?
Well, what's great about Joy is that since she comes from a tennis background, she knew what I was thinking about doing and why I was thinking about doing it. And so she was able to communicate right away and give me the visuals and the cues that I needed to make the adjustments that I needed to make to my tennis instincts that would translate to an effective game in pickleball, because pickleball is a different game. All of the tennis skills do transfer, but it's a different strategy. There are different movements. There are just different shots that you need to make in pickleball, and she was able to communicate to me right away what I needed to do to make those adjustments. So I got a ton out of it, and so I'm back again today.
And Joy's going to be offering a pickleball class for tennis players. Is that something you think you would recommend others sign up for?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's there's some tweaking that needs to go on and adjusting that needs to go on, not just in some of the strokes that you make, but also in the way you think about the game. Because it's not the same as tennis. It's got a different strategy and different shot selection. And I would highly recommend anybody who's coming out of tennis, first of all, it's not going to hurt your tennis game if you want to still keep playing tennis. But I would highly recommend having somebody like Joy work with you to make that transition smooth so that you've got a good foundation to go from. So.
What about culturally? Do you think you've been around pickleball enough yet to say what you think the difference might be between pickleball and tennis?
Well, my sense of it, I'm new to the game, but my sense of it is that everybody is really fun and they're here to have a good game, but it's just, it's just very casual and friendly, and, everybody's very inviting and tolerant of each other's game levels, and it's just been a joy. I'm really glad that I picked up a paddle and gave it a shot. So I'm in.